Welcome back to Pop Flashback. I'm your host, Rick Smalls.
And I'm Tina Boucher.
And today we're going to rewind back to 1964, to the height of Beatlemania.
Yeah.
To unpack a film that was more than just a concert flick.
Mm-hmm.
It was A Hard Day's Night, a movie that didn't just capture the Fab Four's world, you know?
Right.
It actually shaped how we see music and fame.
Even today?
Even today.
Yeah. It's incredible how this film, shot in black and white on a shoestring budget, became such a massive hit.
I know.
But it wasn't just the catchy tunes or the Beatles' charm that made it work. This film was cleverly disguised as a documentary, but it was actually a fictional story.
Oh, go on.
A hilarious satire of their lives.
That's what makes it so groundbreaking.
Oh,
We're talking
yeah?
about the birth of the mockumentary, right?
Yeah.
A fictional narrative presented in a documentary style.
Exactly.
You see handheld cameras, quick cuts, interviews on the run,
Yeah.
you know, decades before those techniques became commonplace.
Yeah, it's really interesting. What's fascinating is that these choices weren't just stylistic quirks. They were deliberate decisions to create a sense of realism and immediacy.
Okay.
The handheld camera, for instance, puts you right there in the middle of the action.
I see.
Almost like you're part of the entourage.
You feel the chaos of Beatlemania firsthand. Imagine being chased by hordes of screaming fans wherever you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's the energy the film captures so brilliantly.
Yeah.
And it's all thanks to those innovative filmmaking techniques.
Yeah, definitely. And those techniques would go on to inspire countless films and TV shows.
Yeah.
Think about the way reality TV shows use handheld cameras and quick cuts to create a sense of fly-on-the-wall authenticity.
Exactly, yeah.
It all goes back to A Hard Day's Night.
It's like they predicted the future of entertainment. But beyond the technical innovations, this film also solidified those iconic Beatles personas we all know and love.
Oh, right. You have John, the witty rebel, Paul, the
Yeah.
charming heartthrob, George, the quiet, spiritual one, and Ringo, the lovable underdog. These archetypes, established in the film, became inseparable from their public image.
It's like they amplified their personalities through the lens of the camera, you know?
Yeah.
Whether it was intentional or not, A Hard Day's Night cemented those images in our minds.
Totally.
Yeah, and speaking of influence, this film wasn't just a hit with fans.
Right.
It was a game changer for the entire entertainment industry.
Yeah.
It inspired the Monkees TV show, paving the way for music-driven sitcoms.
Exactly.
But it goes even deeper than that.
Ooh.
The seeds of the modern music video were planted in A Hard Day's Night.
Really?
Think about the Can't Buy Me Love sequence.
Oh, yeah.
With its creative camera work. The quick cut sync to the music.
Yeah.
The Beatles running and jumping around. It's practically a music video almost 20 years before MTV.
Wow, that's amazing.
It's astonishing how ahead of its time this film was.
It really is.
It broke the mold and redefined what was possible.
Yeah.
In terms of visual storytelling, especially for music.
Yeah, especially for music.
And it all started with this simple premise. A day in the life of the Beatles.
Right.
The genius lies in how they took that concept and turned it into a hilarious, insightful, and ultimately timeless film.
It's a film that works on multiple levels.
Yes.
It's a fun, energetic romp.
Yeah.
A clever satire. And a glimpse into the phenomenon that was Beatlemania, all packaged in a revolutionary cinematic style.
So what does all this mean for us today? Well, it means that A Hard Day's Night wasn't just a movie.
Right.
It was a cultural phenomenon that changed the way we see music, fame, and filmmaking. And its influence is still felt today.
Definitely.
It's a film that continues to entertain, inspire, and challenge us.
Absolutely.
And it reminds us that sometimes the most groundbreaking ideas come from the most unexpected places.
That's so true.
Absolutely. Now, before we move on, we want to hear from you. What other films or TV shows do you think were influenced by A Hard Day's Night?
That's a great question.
Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, let us know.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely.
All right, so let's get back to this film.
Okay. It's fascinating how this seemingly simple film about a band's chaotic day, manages to touch on so many universal themes.
Right. It's not just about the Beatles.
Right.
It's about the pressures of fame, the fleeting nature of youth and the power of music to connect with people on a visceral level.
And it does all of that while maintaining a sense of humor.
Yes.
The Beatles are constantly poking fun at themselves, at the media circus surrounding them, and even the conventions of filmmaking itself.
I love how they never take themselves too seriously.
Right.
They're these global superstars, yet they're always ready with a witty comeback or a playful smirk.
Exactly. It's that self-awareness that makes them so relatable.
Yes.
They're not these untouchable idols.
Right.
They're just four guys trying to navigate this crazy world, and they're doing it with a sense of style and a wink to the audience.
And speaking of style, we can't overlook the film's incredible soundtrack.
Oh, absolutely.
A Hard Day's Night, the song, is an absolute banger.
It's the perfect anthem for the film.
Yeah.
Capturing the energy and spirit of Beatlemania.
But it's not just that song.
Right.
The entire soundtrack is a masterpiece.
From Can't Buy Me Love to If I Fell.
Yeah.
Each song is not just a musical gem, but a narrative tool.
You're right. They're not just background music.
Exactly.
They're woven into the fabric of the film, driving the plot forward and giving us insight into the characters' emotions.
Think about Ringo's little adventure in the film.
Oh, yeah.
The music underscores his journey perfectly.
I love that part.
From the playful This Boy to the more contemplative Ringo's theme.
It's brilliant how the music acts as a window into his thoughts and feelings.
Yes.
Adding depth and complexity to what could have been a simple comedic subplot.
Exactly. It all comes back to the film's incredible fusion of music, visuals, and storytelling.
Yeah.
It's a masterclass in cinematic synergy.
And it's a testament to the visionary direction of Richard Lester.
Oh, absolutely.
He really understood the Beatles.
Yeah.
Their music and their dynamic.
He got that.
He knew how to capture their essence on film.
He didn't try to force them into a Hollywood mold.
Right.
He let their personalities shine through, and that's what makes the film so authentic and timeless.
Absolutely. It's a film that captures a specific moment in time.
Yeah.
Yet it speaks to something universal about the human experience.
And it reminds us that great art can come from the most unexpected places.
Yes.
A black and white film about a band's crazy day ends up being a groundbreaking cinematic masterpiece.
It just goes to show that sometimes all you need is a little bit of talent, a lot of passion, and a hard day's night to change the world.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Now, before we wrap up, there's one more thing I want to touch on. The cultural significance of A Hard Day's Night.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a film.
Right.
It was a phenomenon that captured the zeitgeist of the 1960s.
The 60s.
A time of youthful rebellion, cultural upheaval, and of course, Beatlemania.
Beatlemania was more than just a fad.
Yeah.
It was a social movement.
I agree.
And A Hard Day's Night was at the epicenter of it all.
The film gave a voice to a generation that was yearning for something different, something more authentic, something that challenged the status quo.
And it showed the world that music could be a powerful force for change.
Absolutely. The Beatles' music, combined with the film's innovative style and satirical humor, created a cultural earthquake.
It really did.
That shook the foundations of the entertainment industry.
It challenged conventions, broke down barriers, and inspired millions of people around the world.
And its influence can still be felt today.
Oh, yeah.
Not just in music and film, but in fashion.
Art, and even politics.
It's incredible to think that a film made over 50 years ago could have such a profound and lasting impact.
It's a testament to the power of creativity, the enduring appeal of the Beatles, and the visionary genius of Richard Lester.
It's a film that continues to captivate and inspire us decades after its release.
Absolutely.
And it reminds us that sometimes the simplest stories can have the most profound impact on our culture and on our lives.
Yeah, it really is mind-blowing, you know, how a seemingly simple film about a day in the life of a band could have such a monumental impact on our culture.
It's like they bottled lightning with this film.
Yeah.
Everything just clicked perfectly. The music, the energy, the humor, the Beatles themselves at the peak of their powers.
And let's not forget the visionary director, Richard Lester.
Oh, yeah.
He deserves so much credit for bringing this all together.
Absolutely. He had a unique understanding of the Beatles and their world.
Yeah.
He didn't try to sanitize them.
Right. Or force them into some preconceived box. He let their personalities and their creative chaos flow freely on screen.
And that's what makes A Hard Day's Night feel so fresh and authentic, even today.
Definitely.
You really get a sense of who these guys were, you know? beyond the screaming fans and the hit records.
It's like you're right there with them, experiencing the madness of Beatlemania firsthand.
I know.
But it's not just a documentary-style glimpse into their lives. There's a real narrative arc with moments of humor, introspection, and even a touch of melancholy.
It's a film that works on multiple levels.
Oh, yeah.
It can be enjoyed as a lighthearted comedy, a behind-the-scenes look at a cultural phenomenon, or even a deeper exploration of the themes of fame, youth, and artistic expression.
And it all culminates in this incredibly satisfying and ultimately uplifting experience.
I agree.
It's a film that leaves you with a smile on your face and a newfound appreciation for the power of music and the magic of cinema.
It's a reminder that creativity knows no bounds.
Right.
And that even the simplest ideas can have a profound impact on the world.
A Hard Day's Night is a testament to the enduring power of art to inspire, to challenge, and to connect us across generations.
So if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend adding it to your watch list.
Yes.
You won't regret it.
It's a timeless classic that deserves to be experienced and celebrated.
Now, before we sign off, we'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
What are some other films or TV shows that you think were influenced by A Hard Day's Night? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Remember to like and subscribe so you can get our next episode.
Catch you next time.